the coolest places on earth are bookstores with coffee shops inside them. And one of my favorite haunts is Cicada Books and Coffee in the old Central City neighborhood in Huntington, West Virginia. When they asked me to be part of their Independent Bookstore Day celebration, you bet I said yes. Independent Bookstore Day is the last Saturday in April every year, according to IndieBound, an initiative of the American Booksellers Association. For 2022, Cicada Books and Coffee held a book signing event with local authors Carter Taylor Satan, Stephen Bias, and me, Gwenelise Clayton. I had 2 books available for sale at the event. Fermata Sellers and Zinfandel's Grimoire are books 1 and 2 of my Rivervine trilogy. The storyline is about a haunted winery in danger of being condemned by a corrupt city councilman. Book 1, Fermata Sellers, tells the story from the marketing director's point of view. Book 2, Zinfandel's Grimoire, tells the story from the ghost's POV. The third book, Commodities Unveiled, is my current work in progress, and that will be told by the newspaper editor. As giveaway swag, I brought some shortbread cookies from my friends at Sweet Bee Gardens in Greenup, Kentucky. Since I was short on inventory of my own books, I had some handbills printed with the front and back covers of each book. My friend Stephen Bias, whom I've covered before here on the Rivervine YouTube channel, sat next to me and sold copies of his debut novel afterwards. He is currently working on his second book, 304 Monsters. Here's him talking about it.
304 Monsters is 5 short stories set in the state of West Virginia. That's where the 304 comes from, because it's the area code, because the stories are set from the 60s all the way into the 90s. It's a horror story, and it's something that I felt like I was really comfortable with, and I really, Afterwards was my first novel, and I was kind of nervous, I love the book, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really understand how much work was put into it. Mm-hmm. Now I do. Now I understand where I have to go and what I have to do, and I feel more comfortable, in instead of looking to my editor or questioning, well, is that right? Now I feel, no, this is what I want to do. I'm confident. So yeah, I'm really excited for 300. We're going to try to get it out in January, February, and around the same time we did with Afterwards this year. So.
And you promised no Mothman, no Flatwoods Monster.
It's all original.
304 original monsters.
304 original monsters.
Okay. The highlight of my day was getting to meet Carter Taylor Satan in person. Her byline can be seen throughout the tri-state area. She is one of the first writers I started reading when I moved to Kentucky, and she's very well known, she's a very prolific journalist and author, and I got to meet her. I went into total fangirl mode, and I tried not to embarrass myself.
Kind of all across the board. I've got nonfiction books. I've got a memoir of my husband's. I've got 3 novels, and I've got another novel that's out looking for a home, and now I'm working on a memoir. So.
Now you write journalism too.
I do. I've written for Huntington Quarterly for at least 25 years, and other magazines in the region as well.
And what brought you out here today?
Independent Bookstore Day, of course. You got to help celebrate the bookstores. That's the lifeblood of authors.
The event coincided with Stinkfest at the Wild Ramp grocery store across the street. Also known as Ramp Day by the locals, Stinkfest is a celebration of a special type of onion grown in Appalachia called the Wild Ramp, or Allium tricoccum among scientific circles. To roll with the Stinkfest vibe, Cicada offered a special concoction called a stink drink that was made with vanilla ice cream, blackberry lemonade, and served with a green straw. They also had ramp-infused cream cheese, which they spread on their bagels. I had mine with an everything bagel, and I'm telling you, the combo was delicious. If that wasn't your jam, Cicada has plenty of coffee and tea drinks that you might like. Check out my friend Maddie as she prepares an herbal berry blended tea.
I do.
Such artistry, I'm telling you. Cicada also supports local artists. I bought some of the jewelry they had for sale, like this necklace here. It's a crescent moon Celtic tree and these earrings with little pretty hearts and dangly things on them. So gotta represent, their jewelry is really affordable and it's all handmade by local artists. And to me, it's much more special to support a local artisan than just to buy some cheap jewelry at the discount store or the mall. Best of all, check out this reading room. This is the ideal place to go when you want to escape reality and curl up with a good book and a hot cup of coffee. Of course, Cicada has local authors, regional authors, new and used books, and plenty of popular titles. It's my happy place. Seriously, this is my happy place. The author book signing ended at 2 p.m., so that gave me plenty of time to head across the street and check out Stinkfest. It had all the trappings of a great street fair despite the rain. There was live music, vendors, and lots of gorgeous art that if my wallet were fuller, it would have gone home with me. You could buy meals from the ramp or patronize one of the food trucks they had available. There were also lots of vendors selling foodstuffs and offering free samples. I liked that part. So let me get, all right, free samples of BB frying snacks. So they're not just cinnamon.
No, we have hot and spicy, mild barbecue, smoky bacon, and then of course the cinnamon.
One of my favorites was Snowville Dairy, based out of Ohio. I first had their products back in Roanoke, Indiana at Seven Sons Farm. And I was so happy to get to meet someone in person from that business. They have really high quality dairy products.
So today we have a fresh mozzarella and ramp oil with tomato salad. We have our new chocolate milk pints. And of course we have our cheddar cheese and our cheddar crisps and our yogurts you can try.
There were also plenty of things to buy for the home. A man candle. I have to find out what the story is. So, what is your name?
My name is Mandy Wilson.
And what is this man candle?
So the man candle is the only scent that I make that my husband likes. It's called charcoal tonka, which doesn't smell like what it sounds like. It sounds like a kid's toy, but it's like a grounding, earthy scent with a little bit of floral in it.
An annoying gnat catcher.
So in the summer and spring and into the fall, you have those annoying gnats that come in with your produce or if you garden, and they live in your sink and they just annoy you until it's winter again, right? So you have this annoying gnat catcher that you can put a little bit of vinegar or leftover wine, into the annoying gnat catcher with a little drop of Dawn dishwashing liquid, and they fly into there because it smells good and then they can't get out.
What's your name?
Jennifer Rose.
Tell me about what you have selling today.
I have various homemade items that I've, most of them are on my sewing machine, totes, scrunchies, dryer balls, gift bags, pot holders, just whatever I can find that I can make fairly easily.
Now you advertise that it's made in a cat-friendly home.
Yes,
so-
I have 2 cats, and given that I work out of the living room, there's no keeping their fur off of things, so you try and keep it as clear as possible, but it's just a little warning for people if they have allergies.
I am here talking with Amanda Hooser. I read her book, Playing Dirty. How many books do you have?
I have 3, actually.
Okay.
There's Playing Dirty, there's Hell or High Water, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Now, in addition to writing, you're also an artist.
Yes.
And so today you have your stickers out.
Yes.
I love these little wolves, cute little ghosts. Ooh. I have to admit how thrilled I was that there were no MLMs. There was no Mary Kay, doTERRA, Herbalife, or anything like that. Everything was independently owned local businesses and artisans. And to me, that really makes the community vibe special. I had a wonderful time and I'm so happy I went. I came home with this beautiful planter from Meg Ferg Pottery and this little baby devil's backbone that will go nicely with my snake plant that I got at another plant shop in Huntington. Thanks so much to Cicada Books and Coffee for inviting me to their Independent Bookstore Day, and thank you for watching my little video. If you found it interesting or informative, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the Rivervine YouTube channel if you are a critical thinker with a sense of wonder. I'm your host, Gwenelise Clayton. I post videos every Tuesday evening. Links to everything will be posted in the description box. And if you liked this video, I'd like to suggest 2 others. Coffee Talk with Farmer Shane, and afterwards introduces readers to a new legend of the afterlife. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.